and Washington meet with two freshman signal callers for just the second time ever here at CQ Stadium. Washington lost to Ohio State last
rush. They have to be disciplined today in trying to collapse the pocket, keep him in pocket.
One of the toughest men to tackle in the country. They stop him up there for no gain. Jonah Coleman, this Washington offense, Jake, they moved on second down all the time in the world, and now he'll finally come out of the pocket and on the move checks it down for a couple of yards, and it's now 3rd and 7.
New guy, we mentioned DeMond's legs, but this is where the Maryland pass rush really comes alive.
Williams steps up, throws, and it is caught. Looks like it'll be just shy of the line to gain. It is by the tight end Decker DeGraff. Williams keeps. Williams cuts it upfield, and he's able to pick up the first down. So a gutsy call to start this game for Jedd Fisch pays off. Of course,
so some youth and inexperience on the left side of the Huskies.
3 tight ends in the game, and it's intercepted. He threw it right to Jalen Husky, and the Maryland native brings it all the way back to the 30, and a flag's on the field late. To go. Washington looks, still looks, backpedals, end zone, and it's out of bounds by Jalil Farouk. Here on for the field goal. And Maryland takes advantage of the interception and punches in 3 points to start this game.
Have extremely disciplined rush lanes to keep DeMond in the pocket.
Pressure up the middle, and Devon Williams stays calm. He gets it to Jonah Coleman, and what looked like a dangerous play turns into a first down. He had Daniel Wingate just bearing down. 3rd down here for Malik Washington. Eyes downfield. Across his body, connects with the tight end, Dorian Fleming, for a first down.
This guy on some of these passes from their quarterback, Malik Washington.
3rd down for Nolan Ray, and an arm gets to him just a hair too late. That's a first down.
Means they expect to see more vanilla looks, predictable.
Setting up the screen now to Dorian Fleming, and a great tackle in the backfield. No gain, maybe a loss of 1. Tai Uyunglele was all over it. That operation. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to Williams on the ground. And he's got a first, running like Jonah Coleman. With a 3rd and 9, they haven't picked up a play longer than 8 yards yet today. Washington to the sideline, and that's caught for a first down. Farouk with the longest gain of the day for the Terps. Back to Williams on the ground. And he's got a first, running like Jonah Coleman. On this drive, Washington takes the snap and looks and lofts and connects. Octavian Smith with the biggest play of the day.
Come alive, especially down here in the low red.
Washington keeps it, and he scores. Washington on Washington crime for the first touchdown of the day.
The Husky defensive end come down and play the run, pulled it, and a walk-in touchdown.
John O'Hare on for the point. After 2 weeks ago against Wisconsin, they ran it twice. He gave Boston out there for Washington. Now Williams wants to throw with the tempo. Sidearm out to DeGraff, who's able to make the catch head in spectacular fashion, pick up the first down. 19 catches through 4 games, but not one today. Now here's Jonah Coleman. Coleman able to step through the first man and then get positive yards after Kevin Humes came flying into the back. Looking for Boston on 4th down. They can't connect in the end zone, and Maryland's defense stands strong. Teams are mirror images a bit of one another. Here's a 3rd down opportunity. Check it down to Dewan Williams, and he converts another.
Okay, and that's try to get Washington to jump off sides.
Malik Washington takes it, throws it, and completes again. Another first down. Dorian Fleming has caught the ball in traffic a couple of times today. They must know your top 5 list is coming out. Flea flicker. Malik Washington, and a flag down. It is it's being ruled caught for the moment. At Spalding High School here in Maryland. And now he's going to throw it back to Fleming, setting up the tight end screen. And Fleming gets blocking out in front, and another Maryland first down.
Check it.
Where Maryland has been very good today. Quick throw, another to the tight end Fleming, and another first down. They are feeding number 9 today. And it'll be the tight end Fleming who moves in motion. Quick toss, and that play is blown up. Deshaun Lynch. You wonder who's going to step up on that defensive line today with Washington looking for Farouk, and it's off his fingertips. Well, Malik Washington had him circled just like you did, Jake, and they couldn't. It was made today from 27 yards out. This is from 29. And he's got it. It's a long drive, and Washington's defense holds up when it matters most. Williams can't escape, and he gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Zahir. Late pressure comes, and that pass is intercepted. The last thing Malik Washington could do. Mikel Easteen comes over.
Guys, the safety, you want to read the eyes of the quarterback, and that time Easteen was just completely locked in on Washington.
What a catch.
Yeah, great catch.
Behind the sticks here on second down. Williams takes a big hit. He tried to spin away and could not from Trey Reddick. Snap it here. Yes. Williams looking. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Maryland's defense is teeing off. Dylan Fontes.
The ball coming out of half. He got the lead. It's a great play call.
Oh, Farouk broke 2 tackles and a third. And he finally gets brought down at the long, if he can make it. And it will come up short. And so now a chance here. Washington used the timeout to try and ice him. It worked.
Behind it, cover 1.
Not among them up front. Zach Durfee injured last week against Ohio State and not available today. Here's Jalil Farouk, who's had a busy day, and he gets knocked forward. Very close to, looks like he'll get marked shy of the 13 against a 3-man rush, and Washington's sidearm delivery on the money, and Shalik Knotts gets it all back and fights his way for a first down. And
zones and getting to his reads, but man-to-man changes the picture.
Third down. On the money, Smith running free inside the 20, and he finally gets knocked down inside the 10-yard line.
The man coverage I was talking about, but an easy read that time because of how well Smith won.
Now Williams, and he's down inside the 10. I guess the jugs machine worked this week. On Williams, the back beside Malik Washington. With time, throws, and there is Farouk. He's having himself a day. That's a first down. That's his 7th catch of the. Dorian Fleming, who lines up at fullback. Washington wants to throw, flicks it, and it's caught. A.J. Szymanski, the first touchdown of the career of the Maryland native.
Getting a tight end wide open for your freshman quarterback.
You see how happy his teammates are for him, his first career touchdown, and it gives Maryland a 20-0 lead. Maryland is without one of theirs, Sidney Stewart, who was disqualified from the game in the first half after a targeting penalty, and one of the better runs of the day for Jonah Coleman. This will be near the first down as Penn State has closed the gap. You heard Dave tell us. Back to Coleman.
Down here.
And he's got the first down. And Jonah Coleman.
Play action, so if you can run the ball, play action will open up.
Pressured, and he's sacked. Finally, he goes down. He tried to stay up. Cam Rice was in there first. Trey Reddick helped.
Over 300 pounds, but you see some of that quickness and movement ability showing up there to get the sack.
Here's Roebuck with his first catch today. Desmond Roebuck gets just back to the original line of scrimmage and a little more. Williams Long throw, right on the money. Radin Vines Bright, and a first down, maybe the best throw of the day.
Maybe take a shot here if you're Washington.
Give it to Coleman, and he's got the first down. You were thinking it's going to be 4-down territory.
Yeah,
sideline for Maryland. Coleman back to the ground, and they are just feeding their big dog another first down. Paki Finau has come in. Timeout this game. And Washington, with 3:45 to go in the third quarter, finally gets points. It's 20-3.
What do you do now, Guy? I mean, you need a touchdown, though. Field goals at this point, you have to find a way to get into the end zone.
Adam Mohammed stays on his feet long enough for the first down. Just when you...
No explosive opportunities for Washington's offense this game.
Williams, DeGraff again, another first down. Mouthpiece comes out, and he moves the chains. He's having a great game. Mentioned it, he had 7 catches.
Penalties, injuries, and that time a chain issue.
Which stopped the clock, by the way. Williams gets away from Reddick, and he picks up the first down. A special play there by the quarterback.
Did a great job of breaking the tackle and moving the chains.
Williams again, pats it, and there's DeGraff. First down, deep into Maryland territory, inside the 30. Pressure up the middle, because they're setting up the screen. Jonah Coleman gets a block and a first down.
Denzel Boston, I don't agree with that call.
Williams, quick throw, and it's a touchdown. Boston breaks in.
This is the beauty of down. And all of a sudden, the psychology of this game, Guy, completely different for the Terps.
10-point game. 10 points inside of the left tackle. Washington sets it up, and that is blown up again. Manu, Jacob Manu. Damon Williams back out there on first down. Tough connection, and he makes it to Desmond Roebuck. Yeah, that's very near a first down. His right hand. You haven't seen it yet on this possession. He's looked good. Now he takes off without hesitation, and he breaks down the sideline. That's 3 straight first downs for Washington.
The pass rush is slowing down from exhaustion.
And they're back to throwing it. Williams taking a shot. Roebuck, and he caught it. Touchdown, Washington.
Rolling out to the right, he thought it was a boot action. Roebuck cuts across the grain on a post route, and it's an easy read for Damon, puts it right on the money for a touchdown.
After the deep, Washington throws and converts to Knox. Big conversion for these Terps.
So
Damon Williams trying to set it up to Jonah Coleman. Gets away from one. That play had a chance to get blown up in the backfield, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's bring in our rules. Carver Willis today. Third down. Boston, catch and run for the first. It was Maryland converting all the third downs early. Williams steps out of the pocket. You know, one thing, Jake, he was hesitating to run in the first half. He looks much more decisive in the second. Jonah Coleman back to the beast for a first down.
I like that nickname for Jonah Coleman.
17 unanswered points for Washington. Williams pumps. Now let's fly. Boston brought it down. Williams. Roebuck reaches, and he should have the first down. Jonah Coleman, quick catch, steps out. Coleman leaps and dives for a first down. Almost got there. And he's down to the side. Damon Williams. He'll get it. And he breaks in. Washington leads for the first time today. Maryland trails for the first time this year.
Coming alive, Denzel Boston with some key plays. And Damon Williams, the quarterback, making it all come together. One poise, it's on his shoulders to lead the Terps down.
Blitz picked up and beaten. Another first down for Dorian Fleming, who's had several today. Now Pep Hamilton's offense going with some hurry up. And another first down for Fleming. That's his 9th catch. Third time since 1980, twice under Loxley. And that looked like a sure thing, Jake, and then something happened.
Well, it's a 5-hour plane ride home from what they thought coming out of the first half.
It was a game of 2 halves, and Washington won the one that mattered in the end.
Yep.
Largest comeback win in almost 5 years.